Good morning, hockey fans. This is Steven Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the Victorious Hockey Company, and the Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Facebook, Twitter, in your living room, in your car, wherever you are watching the show this morning or watching it later tonight. As long as you're not watching it while sitting on the stool in the bathroom. Everything else I'm good with. Today is Thursday, April 13th, 2023. This will be the last North American Hockey League report for the South Division until next year. On Monday, we'll turn around and go back to our regular format with the NAHL on Monday and regular content throughout the week. Should be interesting. So let's start with our report. Tommy got up this morning and made me my coffee. I'm a whole different person with coffee. The right coffee could change everything. Ah, Bustelo. ¿Cómo está mi amigo? All right. North American Hockey League South Division has always been a very entertaining group, with plenty of rumors, drama, and a special brand of rough and tumble hockey that only the South can provide. We get into all that and more in today's report. Lots of drama. Oklahoma Warriors 44-12, 1-1, 90 points. Wow, what's in my eyeball? What was that? Good morning. Jason Campbell and the Mudbugs are winners in 4 straight games after the weekend sweep at home over Corpus Christi. The Bugs bus will crisscross the great state of Texas and be in El Paso for the weekend to face the Rhinos. We'll get into more about the Rhinos momentarily. Gotta like Shreveport. You know what I messed up, Tommy? I didn't get the Warriors in yet. Let's get the Warriors first. Today is a crazy day. All right, Oklahoma Warriors 44-12, 1-1, 90 points. Garrett Roth and the Warriors showed no mercy in the home sweep of the coachless Rhinos. The Warriors are out in New Mexico this week to close out the season against the Ice Wolves. Warriors have captured first place, 90 points. Shreveport moved into second place, overtaking the mighty Lone Star Brahmas. Speaking of the Brahmas, Dan Wildfunk's Brahmas are winless in the last 4 games after getting shut out twice at Amarillo. Did not see that one coming. Lone Star will need help from El Paso and sweep the visiting Ice Rays in order to get back into that number 2 playoff spot. The last thing Lone Star wants is to give the Mudbugs home ice advantage in the first round of the playoffs. That would not be good for the Brahmas. Speaking of the Amarillo Wranglers, 32-23, 2-1, 67 points, firmly entrenched behind Lone Star and Shreveport, a point ahead of New Mexico. I'll admit it, we never expected Harry Mahood's Wranglers to pull a double shootout against the Brahmas, even at home. Frankly, I didn't expect Amarillo to win 2 games in a row, much less 7. But that's where we are. Amarillo will need to pour ice on the red-hot Jackalopes when they visit Odessa this weekend. Odessa has an outside chance. Wow, Tommy, something happened. I lost everything. There it is. Odessa has an outside chance to still get that 4 spot. So does New Mexico. New Mexico 31-23, 3-1, 66 points. Phil Fox's Ice Wolves find themselves in a bit of a pickle after being swept at home by Odessa. Now a point behind 4th place Amarillo and 3 points ahead of the Jackalopes, going into the final games of the regular season this weekend at home against Oklahoma. That's going to be interesting. Odessa Jackalopes 30-25, 1-2. They're going to need a lot of help. 63 points, 3 points behind New Mexico, 4 points behind Amarillo. Scott Dewar's Jackalopes are winners in 4 straight games after the weekend road sweep at New Mexico. Odessa must sweep Amarillo in regulation and have Oklahoma sweep New Mexico in order for them to make the playoffs. Crazier things have happened. The Jackalopes are 5 games over 500, playing good hockey. The first time in years that the Jacks have managed 30 wins. Scott Dewar's done a hell of a job in Odessa. The question is he going to stay there? He would definitely be the top candidate to return to Fairbanks. He coached in Fairbanks for many years. He's done a great job in Odessa. Is there a way that the iStars will buy him out of Odessa? Don Stone will command a heavy penny for the rights to get Scott Dewar back to Fairbanks. Fairbanks has a lot of money. Don Stone is an accountant. We'll see how that works out. Number 7, El Paso Rhinos. Gotta love the Rhinos. 17, 37, 3-1, 38 points. The Gong Show continues. Things did not go well for Joe Coombs' Rhinos when they visited Oklahoma last weekend. That's bound to happen when the two teams are going in complete opposite directions. Or maybe that happens when the head coach suddenly is missing for slinging water bottles at on-ice officials. That's happened a couple times this year throughout the league. Then there are other rumors swirling about a much more sinister issue, including one that Corey Herman had a young lady sign a confidentiality agreement. Why would he do that? The Mudbugs visit this weekend for what could be the Rhinos' grand finale, period, gone, if the federal government confirms the demolition of the El Paso County Event Center. Yes, good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. Will the Rhinos be sold and relocated? Or just relocated with the same operators? I'm pulling for the previous one. I think that El Paso has been so horrendous to kids over the years that, and they made an absolute disaster last year in their first year in the NAHL. They're a better Tier 3 outfit because they can pull those games and get away with it at that level. Interesting what's happened in El Paso. Where will they go? Number of places pop up. Number of ideas pop up. Rio Grande Valley Rhinos, got a good ring to it. Laredo Rhinos, possibly. The Arizona Rhinos, kind of far away. Imagine the bus trip from Atlanta to Phoenix. Not that much longer than going to El Paso. But these are all possibilities. There's also a team in what town? San Angelo Rhinos, could be. San Antonio Rhinos. We can really get into this, can't we? A lot of places for El Paso to move to. They have everything in place. They have a bus. They got a pile of off-ice training equipment they can throw on a semi-truck, move it across the state. The issue is Corey Herman. You can take a piece of poop out of the punch bowl and move it to the salad bowl. It's still a piece of poop. Pretty much sums up my thoughts about Corey Herman. And number 8, Corpus Christi Ice Rays, 11, 46-1, 29 points. Sylvain Claudier and the Ice Rays were absolutely rolled when getting swept at Shreveport. That's what happens when one team is trying to make a big push and the other team is pushing up daisies. Corpus is at Lone Star this week to close out the regular season. I keep hearing that the ice rays are going to be sold. Heard that last year, heard that the year before. They've had buyers at the front door. They tried selling to Ryan Carruthers. That was a fiasco. Corpus Christi is probably one of the most important teams in the league. Losing that market would be horrendous for the NAHL. They need someone in there that's going to do the job right. I like Cassidy. He's a really good guy. But he falls in love with his coaches. Not that way. Sylvain Cloutier is a guy from the past, an ex-player. That doesn't always work. There were a lot more qualified coaches that would have put a winning team on the ice in Corpus Christi. Sylvain Cloutier came from the CPJHL. That's garbage hockey in Ontario. That's even worse than the Greater Metro Hockey League. But that's who they grabbed. And he's had to learn his way along the way until this point. That doesn't work. And that's why the Ice Rays are in last place. Again, there are much better guys out there that could have had that program singing this year and not this stuff. And Ice Rays play good hockey on occasion. You're going to get NAHL quality players to an NAHL team. Look at Danbury. Look at Kenai River. But this is too strong of an organization, too important of an organization, too important of a market to keep crapping on it like this. The problem isn't the players. The problem is the leadership. Cassidy, I love you, brother. But my goodness, this guy is not the guy, clearly. But that's just me. A new owner comes in, the first thing they're going to do is send that guy a packet. I would. I'll get my winning lottery ticket, maybe. I should actually have to buy it first. If I won the lottery, I'd buy the Ice Rays. We moved to Corpus Christi. We got a beach. Nice sunrises in the morning. What do you think, Tommy? Corpus Christi has good tacos. And a lot of pretty brown-eyed girls. You don't like brown-eyed girls? Yeah, he's a sucker for brown-eyed girls. All right, folks. That's it for today. I hope that you enjoy your morning coffee and have a